Hey guys, Unfrequented World. Fall is here. I've got the heat lamp on the deck this morning. It's that cold. Grant sent me a video this morning and I just watched it. 17 minutes. The best responses that we've gotten on the HackShack 8 EVP Spirit Box app. And just watching it gave me goosebumps, reminded me we have got some crazy stuff on there. We can't explain some of the responses we get, just crazy stuff. So anyway, here it is, top 50 responses. Check it out, guys.
So now if I want to say something that I can ask you a question like, how's it going? Did it just say fine? Betty, can you say Robin's name? Ooh, that was faint. Can you use the energy from that battery and answer the question of which? No? You can't use the energy from the battery? I'm pretty sure I heard a no. Anyways, here's my experiment. I have chosen 5 random words, okay? I'm not going to say those words. I'm going to try and get the spirits to answer in those words. What kind of fish am I looking for? Thank you. Okay, let's try and do it so that it's not a negative connotation to it. When my grandmother used to wash her laundry, when it was done being washed, what did she do with it? What does Gary like to metal detect for? Trying to get the 4th word on my list here. Grandpa, what was the color of your house? Whoa. I was just about to say I'm really concentrating to give you... I'm pretty sure I heard the color I'm looking for. Let's have a listen. Whew, thank you for coming through on that. Can you say my name? Thank you. Was that my dad's friend Bruce? Was that my dad's friend Brucey Burke that went through the house that night after Bruce had passed away? My dad's talked about you often. I don't want to say your name out loud just because of the app. People are leery that the app's taking the words we're saying. Okay, I think I might have heard your name. I'm going to have to play that back. But if it's the same name that and the person that I'm thinking of, I used this name and... Whoa! That time I heard it for sure. Jack. I was just going to say I used that character in one of my books. So I'm going to watch Gary's video and see if any responses come through my HackShack 8 as I'm watching his video. Are there entities out in the woods that want to speak with? Speak with. Who answered him? Why did you say up? Are there native spirits on that land? I heard that with my own ear. One time you heard music on the wind. Was that a spirit? Last chance to prove to me that this is working, this box. Say the name of the card in my hand. The color, the suit, and the number on it. Okay, I don't know what you said, but I'm going to flip the card around. What is it? Are there any spirits that want to communicate with us here at Anderson Farm? So we were here, and I charged 2 batteries for that camcorder, and we got about 15 minutes in, and then the battery was almost gone. It was down to 8%, Robin told me. So we went home to get the second battery, which I forgot there. When we came back, I think the security guys were back here again. There was a car park, so we kind of walked by. And so, yeah, need to find out if they're coming back. Is that security guard coming back? The men who stayed in that cabin, where did they work? Thank you for answering me. Who were the Andersons? Was this their farm? If you can, I want you to show yourself back there by that dice. Can you put on a display back there for us and prove that I'm seeing spirit activity? It'd be even better if you showed yourself right at the dice. Big ol' orb or sunball right there. And then say the name in here. That would be it. Exactly. Prove contact. Okay, well I feel user here. I'm gonna block off the light from that window. There. I want to block off the light source there. That's a few people have asked me to do that. And since I have these sun rays, I'm here. You're here. Can you show yourself in the camera real quick? My feet are cold. Ice cold. My brain was just, as I pieced it together, it sounded like we're here. Mr. Thompson, can you say your first name? You're my dad's moose hunting buddy. Thank you. I heard that. I heard his name with my own ear. Thank you for coming through. I'm not saying I'm speaking to these people, but something knows what I'm asking, and it's giving me answers. Did anybody go across the screen while I was gone? Something did. Okay, I'm talking to my dad's other hunting buddy that hasn't come through. Well, I mean, you've come through. I've had a conversation with you, basically, at this point. Can you say your name for us? If I can get you to say your name, that would pretty much cap it for me. I might have just heard it. I got the neighbor out there sawing on something. Thank you for coming through, Billy. You are the second name that I'm looking for. We got Murray, we got Billy. My dad asked specifically about you guys. Did Murray or Billy come through? Is it dangerous to talk to the spirits on hallowed ground? Sunday? Now that's an interesting response. I found this American quarter at the school one time, and I feel like it was a message from the highest spiritual one. I was going to say, should I bring that with me tonight, but let's hear what that message was. Excuse you. Did they say something about you're funny?
I heard funny.
What did it say?
Behind me.
Okay, well that's awesome. So I didn't ask for you to say that name, and I don't know what the little first little, if it was just static or something, and then Barney. Well, Barney is the husband of the daughter I was speaking to last night. Did you just say your daughter's name? That's what I kind of heard. I think it's awesome that you just said your daughter's name and your son-in-law's name. Do you guys want to come through and give a final message to the kids or to your family? Grandma, what was your favorite beer? Yeah, you gotta pick one. I almost think I heard something there. Before I stop this, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say something about Lucky, which is a terrible beer, but she used to buy it because it was cheap. Grandma, what was your favorite kind of chips? Salt and vinegar. Gary will tell you that's true. Papa, you went to Gary in a dream and he asked you if you could see him and you said yes. Whose fault was it that I flipped the four-wheeler that day? Pretty sure he just said it was my fault. Okay, well that's amazing because it answers a direct question. And it answers me. I said, whose fault was it? I was hoping he'd say that he'd finally take blame for it after all these years and go, wow, it's my fault I forced you up in the bush. But what it actually says makes perfect sense. Do you guys keep talking to me if I stay up? Grandma, you used to always feed your animals. What kind of animals did you feed out there in the yard? So if you watch right before she gave the response, I kind of snickered to myself because the word chippy came into my head because she always fed her birds and her chippies. Can you say the name of the ferry we took out towards Manitoulin Island? The Chichiman. Does it still matter to you the fact that you affected so many people and you have such a huge fan base even, 10, 12 years after you've passed over? Actually, I guess it's about 14 years now. That was very different sounding. Can I get my author to say his name so that we know who we were talking to? Did you just say sure? Sounded like you said sure. I bought this book when I was 14, so 30 years ago. Still my favorite single novel of yours. Say your first name and we'll finish the video on that note. Something about this area here? Why do you got that light on?
Did it just say something about a bright light? Going with this thing. Turn it on. Wait, hold on. I want to ask a couple questions here. What are the voices I've been hearing in the bush the last week?
I heard the faintest little murmur.
I heard a word, but it was very faint.
No static, which is strange.
I was like, what the hell did I just hear? He stepped on my septic tank.
She said something.
Gotcha. And it said it twice because I was just going to say, I think it said gotcha.